Shut up, Snake. Did you think we wouldn't find...
Идешь с нами.
Gotta shut the door. Garbage blew in.
Ну вот, доигралась. If you hadn't shown up here. I need a moment. Leave me.
I came to pick you up. You'll be safe with my associate.
What associate? Where?
In Pavansky. The neighborhood, not the cemetery.
Victor, I need to flee the country. Do you understand? Will you help me?
Agreed. How precisely am I supposed to help you?
Ensure me with a safe departure from Warsaw and transportation to Vienna, with all necessary discretion.
I can arrange that. Until then, you can stay at the Nadarzyńskis. You'll be safe there.
Thank you, Victor. Can we go now?
Come on, I'll hail you a carriage.
Wait, my travel chest. I never go anywhere without it. I'd feel safer if you rode with me to the Nadarzyńskis.
If I'm going to help you, I first have to visit the place where a friendship was born, and more than one hope died, where the gods of chaos lounge amid the absinthe fumes.
Что?
I need to go to the London bar.
Just hurry, please.
A few days, Mr. Digits. A few days. You see this guy?
Mr. Digits, I'll pay it back, I swear. They're running tomorrow at Mokoto Racetrack. I'll win. Deal?
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
I'm begging you.
Quit your bawling. You'll get tear stains on my rug. It's Persian. You look tired. Want a coffee?
Always glad for a coffee. Can I interrupt you for a second? I'm in a rush.
I'm just sorting something out with this cow face here who doesn't pay on time. Where should we start? Teeth or knees?
Please, don't let him. I only owe 12 rubles.
You'll make it up to me. Every kopieka.
Yes, I'll repay it all. Thank you, Mr. Digits.
We're not saying goodbye yet. The boys will take you to stage 2 of our little chat. Get him out of here. So, how'd you take it? Black or cream and sugar?
Black, strong, no sugar.
Tell me what brings you here.
There's a certain woman who would like to disappear from Warsaw. Conventional transportation isn't an option.
What exactly do you mean by disappear?
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
Sadly, the shivs can't help. That's not our line. Passport policy is a nightmare, and smuggling will get you the news. Not worth it. But I know a man, Javier something or other. Although finding him might be tricky.
You know anything more about this Javier fellow?
He's a legend. He smuggled socialists, contraband. Recently, he hid 7 kilos of TNT inside biographies on Scowan.
Why is he so hard to find?
Because he's the best at what he does.
You know where I can find him?
Thank the gods of chaos that you've got a great buddy like me. There are rumors going around that Javier's staying on one of the boats on the river. It's called the Malenka. I'd start there.
Thanks. I'll head off.
Not so fast. Have you been to Powieśle since you got back from your travels?
I remember us trying to print some Graham rolls from old Marciniak's stall.
Me too! He sicked his dog on us, and we had to jump in the Vistula. Ligia saved us.
Ligia would rather have saved that dog.
Stuff goes on there that make your blood curdle. The locals can't stand outsiders and protect their own. Don't go around grilling random people.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
Your coffee.
Excuse me, officer.
What do you mean, not allowed? Sergeant Kadash, folks gotta work there. Feed their families.
We're conducting an operation.
More like farting around. My taxpayer rubles are paying for you to chow down on herring. Let me through to the wharf.
And what are you here for?
I'm sorry, but I need to get to the wharf.
And how do you intend to do that? Shit! A magician! Get him, boys!
Looks like Javier trains.
I told you some dingbat was snooping around.
The Flatfoots are gone, but I got a hunch I'm gonna have trouble with you.
Interesting hunch.
We taking him to Ariel?
Nah, we'll do this our way.
Enough of this Narishkit. Say who you are and what you're doing on my turf.
My name is Viktor Shulsky. First, show yourself, coward.
You're in no position to raise your voice.
It's better that way. We can talk as equals.
What are you making such a gavolt for? What do you want?
I'm looking for Javier.
What for?
Let's say I need his services urgently.
Is that all? I took you for someone else. I can introduce you to Javier. You interested?
I know Javier likes to fight, so should we head to the boxing ring?
Something like that. I see you've sniffed out what you can. Shall we?
Lead the way. You sure changed your tune quickly.
Welcome to Povishla. Fighting first, hugging later. Ariel Rothe. Stick with me and they won't touch a hair on your head. Just don't come on Saturdays. Welcome to the dungeon. a mecca of gambling and violence. You see the box above the ring? I'll wait there. Make yourself comfortable. Put a bet on the fight. And come find me.
Place your bets, ladies and gents. Don't miss the chance to earn some dough. How about a bet?
Who's fighting?
You're awful twitchy. You want a spree or angling to rat us out? Who let you in here?
I came with Ariel Rofe.
If you're with Ariel, it's all hunky-dory. You're in our dungeon here, gent. No rules, no restraints. That's how we play around here. But you was asking who's fighting. Our pride and joy. A real canny lad from right here in Povishla. Barshchik.
And in the other corner?
Everybody who wants to take him on. All of them against one. Sort of a local tradition. So, you betting there, ain't you?
I'd like to bet on the fight.
On Barshchik or on everybody else?
I'll bet a ruble on everybody else.
Whatever you say.
You take IOUs?
Sure, why not? Get writing.
You're fretting, Ariel. His hips are fine.
Shouldn't you be at home right now? With your husband?
And you, what are you doing here?
Barstik, meet Victor Shulsky. He has business with Javier, and he'll do anything to meet him.
Anything?
Anything. Victor is a thaumaturge. It might make for a fantastic main attraction. What do you think?
Sorry, what?
What? A magician in the ring? Yeah.
I can fight, but afterward, I'm going to want to talk business with Javier.
That can be done.
All right.
Yeah, I like him. Señoras y señores, a slight change of plans. I won't be fighting. I know. Barshchik is the best. But listen. Marcel and his brothers-in-law versus a son of Shurmirsha, a swell, a magician, Victor Shulsky. Don't embarrass me. Good, Victor. The crowd loves you.
They love to hate you. That's all right, too.
Give them time. Does Victor deserve the neighborhood's respect? Maybe the chicos from Fifth Alley will make mincemeat out of him. You can do it, Victor.
Let's get on with it. Who's next?
Straight from America. They box like a whirlwind and kiss like a dream. The Gordon sisters.
Fucker.
Try not to get them even more damn riled up. I'm only here for professional purposes.
A professional ass-kicking.
So be it. Let's fight!
Shit. How much more?
Come on, smile.
Bueno, that's enough for him. Come on, you deserve it. Did you see him? Not such a weak chico after all.
How do you feel?
Mainly, I feel cheated, Senor Javier.
Come on.
Javier Sanchez Villaconejito Ramirez. Good to meet a friend of Ariel's. Tell me, gringo, how can Javier help you today?
I need a smuggler.
I know, Mago. Say what you need me to smuggle.
Who? One lady needs to discreetly leave the Russian partition and get to Vienna.
For how much?
She can afford it. Let's just say she's quite far up in high society.
A rich chica wants to go to Vienna? Well, I don't know.
I'm sure somebody is looking for this Klafter. Otherwise, she'd get on a train.
If they catch us, it's la muerte para nuestros amigos.
However, fortune favors chutzpah after all.
Al diablo. The river giveth, the river taketh away. Vámonos.
So, what now?
Now go get the lady, and we'll meet at Port Praga at night. But tell that Klafter of yours that it ain't gonna be a tea party.
Adios.
Hold it, Tempermancer, for I am White Roman.
Pardon?
You are Victor Szulski, son of Śródmieścia. Your family is famous for its powerful Tempermancers.
If you're a fan, I'm not one to give autographs.
I am a master of Tempermancy, White Roman, and I challenge you to a duel. Everything is at stake. The winner will be declared King of the Tempermancers.
I don't want to.
It is impossible to escape destiny. My power is still growing, and eventually you will have to face me. Farewell, Viktor Szulski.
The things people come up with.
Yes, sir?
My name is Viktor Szulski. Grigory Rasputin said I could find him here.
I can sense he's in a drawing room.
Am I bothering you?
Not at all. I've just got a few people together who I can assist with their spiritual purification. Have you come to get our friend?
Yes. I'll get her out of here.
Watch out for yourself, too.
Thank you. I hope that you've had a hospitable stay.
You have unsettling friends, truly. The Nadajinskis are reserved and boring, unlike that Grigory.
What do you think of him?
I don't. I'd like to leave this place now, if possible.
We'd better get a move on.
Finally, don't forget my luggage.
How many dresses and pairs of stockings do you need?
As many as I'd like. I have some very profitable secrets in that chest.
Blackmail?
Insurance. Correspondence with various people who aren't entirely aware that I didn't burn their letters.
Do I understand that this time around I'll be lugging the chest myself?
Hurry up.
Around, this ain't a museum. Head down. That building in front of you. The entrance is around the corner.
You pick some very interesting people to work with.
What's that?
From now on, that's your problem. Entrance around the corner, right?
hope you know what you're doing.
Did you want a pumpkin carriage and some glass slippers, senora? Smuggling ain't as romantico as that.
Javier, yes? I've outgrown fairy tales. I'm here to make a deal.
I left that fucking chest by the door. I could barely lug it. Big as a whale's trojans. We gonna do something or just stand here and stare?
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
You'll get papers. Austrian ones. Almost authentic, but don't go flashing them left and right.
Then it's off to the pier and onto a boat out of the city. Then a steamship upriver.
In Krakow, a transfer to a Vienna-bound train. He'll be there in a few days.
Sí, bueno. As soon as we agree on the money.
Your turn. Tell the gentleman about the compensation.
You'll get my whole fortune. The appropriate paperwork will be yours as soon as I leave Warsaw.
Toda? All of it? Meaning how much?
Enough, so you won't have to lift a finger for the rest of your life.
What about the travel chest? Do we have to bring that?
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm paying you for.
So, all right. Vamos?
The police at the entrance have me a little concerned. Did something happen we should worry about?
Esos pinches pendejos can't keep their hands to themselves.
Someone fucking filched a weapons transport and now the police are shitting themselves. They're looking high and low, even under hookers' skirts.
Somos profesionales.
We'll keep out of sight, and it'll be gone skeet.
If this is going to work, then we need to get going.
Ariel, you go to the puerto and call the little captain. La señora will get changed, and we'll follow after you. Victor will come too. He'll see if anyone's following us.
Что? I'll do what?
What you paid for. Vaya con Dios, my friend.
A gute Nacht, Scheifele.
You damn wife fucker. You've ruined my life.
Your chica did what she wanted. Victor, tell him I'm right.
Two of you? I'll fuck you both up.
I'm going to get killed because someone disrespected the sanctity of marriage. Shit. Have you ever considered celibacy? Your business would go better.
But what kind of life would that be, Senora?
But the boat can't hold that!
There's no choice.
If God wills it, a broom can shoot. Load it up.
Vámonos. There's no time.
I need another word with Victor.
Senora.
I wanted to thank you. I don't know anyone who'd risk his life for a stranger. If there's any way I can repay you, Just say the word.
I don't want anything. I hope you make it safely to Vienna.
I'm grateful, but I don't like being in debt. And I also believe you have the right to know.
What are you guys lagging around for? Hurry up!
Your father moved in the circles of people who shared his views, who would like to see Poland back on the map. Do you understand what I mean? He was a patriot.
I didn't expect he could have gotten involved with such a lofty idea.
He secretly dreamed of creating a force that would give true hope to the Polish people, one that might tilt the scales in favor of the independence fighters.
Loka, quickly!
He believed he didn't need a great army, just a handful of daredevils with extraordinary abilities.
You getting in the boat or not?
I need to go. Your father was a wonderful man, Victor. And you remind me of him a great deal. Thank you for everything.
Wait! Who are these people? How can I find them?
I don't know. They hide in the shadows. Good luck. I trust that you'll find your grimoire, Viktor Szulski. Adieu.
Keep an eye on those bequeathal papers. If there's a problem with payment, we'll reach out to you.
Why are you so distrustful?
When a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Amigos.
You think they're dead?
They had no chance. Clad in clay and the fury of the sons of Israel will arise to crush their enemies. Get out of here. Golems follow blood. The farther away you are, the better.
I don't believe it. Salutors can't physically manifest.
Tell it to Javier. Look at this guy teaching Kabbalah to a Jew. That was a golem, you schmuck. And it will pursue them until their blood is lost in the abysses of Sheol. You understand?
No.
The golem is gonna look for you until he kills you. And all of those of your blood. That is, unless you can figure out why he was sent after you. You must have really gotten under somebody's skin.
I haven't done anything to anyone.
That means someone of your blood did it. Do you hear me? Ask your blood. Get lost. Not exactly my favorite person right now.
I guess there's nothing for me here.
Was that the sound of a fuck-up? Shouldn't we check it out?
Like hell we should. They don't pay me enough for that. You! Stop! Papers, please.
I'd hoped it wouldn't come to this.
don't even think of reaching for your magic book. Vanya's pistol has a very sensitive trigger.
The second he moves, I'll blow his brains out, Chief.
Chief? Let's do our best not to have Vanya shoot you in the head. All right? All you have to do is tell us where Svetlana Petrovna is.
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
Are you sure?
She went down with a boat and didn't resurface.
Lie.
Victor, I'll be honest with you. That woman was a Gordian knot. I know that she spent years compiling all sorts of compromising material against the Tsar's government. She was a traitor. We were observing her, but she managed to get everything out of her apartment. I need to know if her knowledge could threaten the security of the nation.
As far as I know, all Svetlana's secrets went with her to the bottom of the Vistula.
Should we take him to the Citadel, Chief?
No, Vanya. We'll finish this here. Why did you help Svetlana?
The emotions linking her to my father seemed sincere to me. I trusted her.
What if you were wrong? Maybe your father got together with her because I told him to. Would you believe me if I told you that your father didn't trust her?
No, I wouldn't. Where's my father's grimoire?
Look for it in Stanislav's circle of old friends. People who could take advantage of a missing grimoire.
Thaumaturges. Do you know who they are? Where I can find them?
No, but once you do, don't neglect to inform me. And watch out. They're very dangerous people.
I need to get out of here.
You're finally here. We've been waiting for you.
I'm afraid I was boring your charming sister with my chatter.
Oh, nonsense. I'll leave you two alone.
You look tired. Is everything all right? Do you need my help?
This has been an especially difficult night for me.
Is everything all right with Svetlana?
Why do you ask?
You two left without saying goodbye. Did something happen?
I saw a golem.
A golem? From Jewish legends? Is it a Salutor?
Yes, and it turned out to be a very real Salutor. A material one. I didn't think that was even possible.
And what does it have to do with Svetlana?
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
I was afraid of this. Did the Golem kill her?
You could say that. The Golem sank her boat by collapsing the roof over the pier. Svetlana intended to live off of selling other people's secrets.
Secrets can be deadly. Do you want to know what she shared with me?
I'm intrigued.
The question is, can you bear the burden that she also carried?
And what if I don't make up my mind? Will you stop helping me acquire new Salutors?
Have I ever refused to help you? On the contrary, you promised me your help, back with the Book of Arch.
It's true. When you put it that way... But I have to tell you that the chest, with all Svetlana's letters, rests with her at the bottom of the Vistula.
That wasn't in the chest, and now it's only in my memory.
Will you tell me what this is about?
Not here, no. Get some rest first. At our next meeting, at the Narizhinskis. It's safe there, for now.
Thank you for stopping by.
See you again soon, my friend. One more question. Might this golem cause you any trouble?
I'm sure I'll find out soon.
I think we need to have a word. How do you know people like this, Rasputin?
How long was he here?
He arrived shortly before you did. Unexpectedly, he scared Grażyna. I received him in the salon so that he wouldn't go wandering through the house.
What were you talking about before I interrupted you?
What difference does it make? About... Strange. I don't remember even.
Sometimes he has that effect on people.
What kind of person is he?
He's that miracle worker I was writing to you about. The one who helped me return to my senses.
Not completely, I think. Given that you brought him with you.
He just came to see me. I owe him a lot.
It looks like he knows you better than I do.
Grigori is a good friend of mine. I owe him my life. He can visit me whenever he likes.
With friends like that, looking for enemies sounds like a pointless bother. First Niedzic, now a gloomy hermit. And ladies of the night have started hanging around outside the windows. Are they also friends of yours?
Ligia, I'm really dead on my feet, but there's one more thing we need to have a word about.
I wonder what I don't know yet.
How long have you known your chief?
What does that matter?
So you knew he worked for the Ochrana?
Yes. You'd have found in the end anyway, but he asked me not to tell you right away.
I understand that each of us has various relationships we're tangled up in. But I think we should start talking about them more often.
Agreed. I'll only add that a contact like him is very useful in business. I know who he is, and I treat him very cautiously. Plus, we've already established that you don't report to me about your acquaintances. Besides, it was Papa who introduced him to me all those years ago. What's the real reason we're talking about Konieczkin?
Did Konieczkin know our father long?
Ever since you left to live with Mother in Paris. Someone clearly had to clean up after you and Nauritz. Maybe there's no point in dwelling on the past.
I saw him once more, at Port Praga.
What were you doing there?
I was tracing Father's missing grimoire. Someone sent a golem after him, and now that person is trying to find us, too.
Why?
That's what I have to find out. Was there anyone who very openly disliked Father?
More than you?
Touché. Did he know some sort of thaumaturge who might have been out for revenge, or did he mention a coterie to you at any point? Did he meet up with other thaumaturges?
As far as close friends, I think you already know that's a dead end. And he never introduced a Thaumaturge to me.
Did you know that someone sent a golem after our family?
A golem? The kind from Jewish legends?
This one was very real. It destroyed half the port while it was trying to kill me.
Port Praga? Are you alright? What were you doing there?
I was tracing Father's missing grimoire. Someone sent a golem after him, and now that person is trying to find us, too.
Why?
That's what I have to find out. You haven't experienced any...
Nothing so remarkable, given I'm living with the Thaumaturge. You think there's any way I'd have let a golem slip by me?
Look, why don't we leave this conversation until morning,
I agree. Good night. Where are my cigarettes?
It looks familiar, and yet different. Well, well. Is this a dream? I need to get out of here.
Fool.
Father.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Ligia and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
Why is the Golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Liga as well. Who did you hurt so much that the Golem was aiming to? Hold on. It succeeded, didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you. Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done
was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. For our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I didn't ask you for anything. Certainly not for someone like Konieczkin to cover for me. I didn't make you get into bed with him. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Where am I supposed to look for them? In the Black Grimoire, which I nearly got from you? In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had. I've left you everything you need.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you yet!
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. Unless we're still arguing.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. Maybe I'll talk to Konieczkin.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the Golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old. Could that have been the Golem?
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
I don't know how long it took the Golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirów.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right. Let's go.
Not much has changed here.
Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
I don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes. Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered mummy. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is. I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
Of course I will go. I will be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Yagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with...
With Advocat.
There is a special place in hell for people who eat donuts with Advocat. Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do. What is this?
The photograph, Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
The guy next to Father. That's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why. Is that all?
I'm taking another look around.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
to find their meeting place. Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand. Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge. Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with the golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi. What do we have here? Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Mordechai Chayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horovitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Miruf don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
You're talking nonsense!
Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell. Is there something else you need?
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned through the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you like...
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
You didn't need the power to send the golem after my father. Old Sofer did it at your request.
And do you know what for?
You hated him when you quit working for him, and you still hate him. Hate is a powerful emotion. It can lead to vengefulness.
I wager you don't have a blind clue what you're talking about.
What kind of justice is it when children suffer for their father's sins? You started it, so you'll help me finish it. No one innocent needs to suffer anymore.
Miss Ligia. It's true. What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes. Let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. I wanted his father to suffer. Maybe I wished death on him.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger. And in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the Golem. What else do you want to know?
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the Golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the Colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The Colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserved this curse. Enough.
Hayat. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the Golem.
Even so.
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the Salutor. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the Golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the Golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here. quiet this time.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! It's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Roffe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Śródmieście? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Maybe just a friendly one to get the blood pumping. We're in the dungeon after all, aren't we? But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariel Roffe?
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He's got this sorta Geschäft there.
Thanks. They're right to call this place the dungeon. That wasn't too hard.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on, fuck off.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dunkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz off or I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sod. Beat it.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Rozhitz reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogres, maybe don't take on the son of Shrutmiestya on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you. Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business. Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me, and how exactly did you find me?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer. What am I supposed to do with your sympathies?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a Salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first, you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the Salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that, you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozhik Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
So, apart from my family's blood, the Golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I've got plenty. I have a really handsome number of Salutors.
You're lying. You'd have lost your mind.
If you say so. Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the Golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The Golem is mine.
What do you need the Golem for?
None of your business.
Forget I asked.
So, you in or out?
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. But as you said, you've got a lot of Salutors. This one won't make a difference to you. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial Salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
I've got a sister, twin. But I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
You'd better find out if you want to get rid of the Golem. Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
Ah. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Ready?
Let's get this over with.
Godspeed. Find that flaw of Ligia's.
Remember when you promised to show up for the lecture? It doesn't matter anymore.
I had a lot on my mind.
Well, yes. What brings you here?
We have to talk about the Golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
Do you trust me, sister?
I trust you. And I'm glad that you're here with me, even if it's not always easy.
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. It looks to me like he did this out of hatred.
I have the urge to send that laundry of his up in smoke. What's our connection to all this?
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously this time.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm putting you second. Work comes first. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I can see you've got some kind of flaw after all. I think it's one related to obsessive tenacity or pathological ambition.
Should I be offended or afraid? Can I get rid of it?
Yes, don't worry. But that's business for later. Nothing will happen to you.
You're the Thaumaturge here. All right, so what now?
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Are we going down into the synagogue basement?
There's no time.
How exciting! I feel 10 years old again.
Darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I don't think we've met. Ligia Szulska.
Ariel Roffe. The pleasure is mine.
Mr. Roffe, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Szulski. And you must be dear Ligia Shulska. My regards.
The Mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
Are you scared?
I'm not afraid of anything. Are you?
I'd be a fool if I weren't afraid. What scares me the most right now is that there's a golem threatening us.
Then let's face it together. Tell me how I can help you.
You've already helped me plenty.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
Won't it come?
Patience. Have more faith, Feldman. More faith!
Yit Kadash Shimiraba.
Ready?
Yes.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits. Back in a moment.
Mr. Rofa, what?
She'll be fine. It's all over. You're both free.
Thank you. For my sake and Ligia's.
Not a problem. Come on. We gotta take your sister home.
I'll call you a carriage.
What happened? How did I get here?
I wasn't supposed to tell you, but Rofe brought you.
Oh. Was he saying something?
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. Rofe kept his word and stopped the golem from pursuing us.
So now it's going to serve him.
Maybe I should have played it differently.
Maybe you should have consulted me, huh? It was my flaw.
Ligia.
That's all right. I don't know if I can miss something I had no idea existed until now.
I'll let you get some rest.
All right. I'll just stay here a little longer.
I've reconsidered our deal, Ariel.
What?
So threatening now, are you?
Even Ganafs have more honor.
We don't always get what we want in life.
We had a deal. Fuck off!
Enough! Stop! Both of you! Not here!
You're lucky, Shulsky.
That's enough, Mr. Rofa.
You'll be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life!
Let's get your sister to a safe place. I'll call a carriage.
What happened? What?
Now it... Nothing. I didn't want to take the chance that without the flaw you'd become someone else. We are joined by blood, and we both carry flaws. It didn't matter to the Golem.
So why did you bring me to the synagogue? What was that for?
The truth is that it was your flaw that Rodowé was supposed to use to catch the Golem. That was a mistake. I'm sorry.
I almost died of fear because of you.
And I sound sorry, don't I?
There will be consequences. Ariel Rodowé doesn't seem like someone who easily forgets.
I have to go. I think you should rest.
Nonsense. I don't have time for this. Victor? I think Papa would have been proud of you.
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know, we know.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor. Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Victor Szulski. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga. The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill. But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
It's true.
I still remember your eyes, resigned, pleading, and then so grateful.
If that's how you saw it.
I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
You can count on me.
Admirable loyalty. Impressive.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul. Living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything. Offering unhindered freedom. To the Thaumaturge's health.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
Looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Sleep is a waste of time.
There you are. Finally.
What really happened? My memory is failing me.
For those that sleep in the night are asleep, and those that drink are drunken.
Unbelievable.
Remember, no matter what happens, everything stays between us.
This place looked different. The Nadarzinskis did too.
Everything is happening according to their will and with their blessing.
All these people, you've gathered a colorful group.
We all come from different environments, from different rungs on the ladder. And that's the most beautiful thing about this. What have you found out about them?
Enough about these people.
I'm at your service, Victor. Ask for what you want.
This whole farce, the thank yous, what's it all for? What intentions do you have towards me?
Intentions that we become friends and help one another, and complement one another. I have skills that you don't, and vice versa. I'm not hiding anything from you, Victor.
I'll leave you alone. I've got business to get back to.
Go in health, friend.